Welcome to Young Patriots, the heartbeat of African resistance.
What President Ibrahim Traoré just pulled off with tomatoes has shocked the entire world. Under the leadership of President Ibrahim Traoré, a massive tomato farming and processing project has turned into a billion-dollar industry. The country has built modern greenhouses, irrigation systems, and processing plants that now produce and export millions of tons of fresh and processed tomatoes every single month. The tomatoes are not only feeding the nation, they're now being sold across Africa, Europe, Asia, and even reaching American supermarkets. The secret? Traoré's government gave free seeds, fertilizers, and training to farmers across the country. He even set up tomato factories that package sauces, juice, and paste, all proudly made in Burkina Faso. People who once had no jobs are now employed and thriving. Entire villages have turned into farming hubs. And Burkina Faso is now being called Africa's Italy when it comes to tomato exports. The world is in shock. How did a country once ignored by global media pull this off? All eyes are now on Burkina Faso. Traoré says, "This is just the beginning. If we can do this with tomatoes, we can do it with everything."
Can a country with a GDP of less than 200 billion CFA launch a 200 billion CFA road project? The answer is yes, and it is happening right now in Burkina Faso. It sounds unbelievable, but what I saw with my eyes in Burkina Faso shocked me. A country once known for poverty, terrorism, and underdevelopment is now writing a new story, and that story begins with one man, Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Traoré is not a leader who talks too much, he acts. When he became president, many African leaders laughed at him. They said a military man cannot lead a democratic country. They said Burkina Faso will fail. But today, those same people are speechless. Why? Because Traoré is doing what they could not do in 30 years, in just 2 years. Let's talk about the 200 billion CFA road project. This is not a project funded by the West. It is not a loan from the IMF. It is a project fully owned and managed by Burkina Faso, using the strength and skills of its own youths. The most shocking part? These are not just laborers. These are engineers, graduates, planners, and designers, all educated youths from Burkina Faso who are finally getting the chance to use their knowledge to develop their country. Before Traoré, many of these young people were wasting away. Some were trying to cross the desert to Europe, others were sitting at home with no job. But today, they are wearing helmets, holding tools, and rebuilding their country with pride. Traoré said something powerful. The resources of Burkina Faso belong to the people of Burkina Faso. And he meant it. He is not using government money to build mansions or buy luxury cars. He is using it to build roads, schools, hospitals, and a better future. Under Traoré, the country is now working for its people. This is a huge contrast to what is happening in other African countries. In many places, road construction is just a way to steal public money. Leaders award contracts to their friends. The roads are poorly built. They spoil after the first rain. The same project is announced over and over again. Billions are spent, but nothing is completed. Roads take 10 years and still remain half done. It's all lies, fake promises, and political games, but Traoré is not playing games. He is building real roads with real people and making real progress. He is not doing it for foreign praise. He is doing it because he loves his country, and the people can feel it. Even more shocking, Traoré is running a military government, yet he is teaching Africa what true democracy looks like. He includes the people. He works with the youth. He listens to the citizens. He uses the country's wealth for the country, not for his pocket. That is democracy in action. Traoré is changing the way we see leadership. He is not begging for foreign aid. He is not depending on France, America, or any Western power. He is working with countries that respect Burkina Faso's sovereignty, like Russia and others. But most importantly, he is building strength from within. Other African leaders should be ashamed. Their countries are still in darkness while Burkina Faso is shining. They called Traoré a boy, a soldier, a mistake. But now the world is calling him a revolutionary. From what I saw, Burkina Faso is no longer a land of suffering. It is a land of hope. And that hope has a name, Captain Ibrahim Traoré. He is not just a president, he is a movement, a vision, a light for the whole continent. But what can this mean for other African countries? Roads may seem like just cement and tar, but they are the key to unlocking development. Good roads help farmers move their goods faster and cheaper. They help children get to school safely. They allow ambulances to reach hospitals in time. They connect villages to cities, people to opportunities, and countries to the future. If other African leaders learn from Traoré and invest in real road construction using local hands, their countries too can grow. Roads bring jobs, reduce suffering, and increase business. No more empty promises, no more fake projects. Real roads can change lives across the continent. When roads connect people, there is less isolation, less tension, and more unity. Farmers can sell in towns, young people can travel to learn or work, investors can reach remote areas, even soldiers can respond to emergencies faster. Roads are the veins of a nation. Without them, the country can't move. Captain Traoré is not just building infrastructure, he is building trust, confidence, and a new mindset. He is showing the youth that their hands and brains are enough to fix their future. He is showing the world that Africa is not lazy, poor, or hopeless. It's just been led by the wrong people. Imagine if Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, or South Africa had leaders like this. Imagine what Africa would become in 5 years. Imagine a continent where leaders fear the people instead of the people fearing the leaders. That is the future Traoré is trying to build. So I ask you, do you think your country needs a leader like Captain Ibrahim Traoré? Should African youths be used more in national development projects? Why are other African leaders afraid to do what Traoré is doing? How can you as a citizen push for change in your own country? What will happen if more African countries start building with their own people and resources?
Thank you for standing with us, for standing with the truth, and for standing with President Ibrahim Traoré. In these trying times, your voice is powerful. Don't just watch, be part of the movement. Subscribe to stay updated, share to awaken others, and head to the comment section. Tell us how you feel, what you believe, and what Africa means to you. Together we are louder, together we are stronger. This is Young Patriots TV, and you are the heartbeat of the mission. Thank you.